Everyone, welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are actually new to the show, I am your host, Rashid White. My boy, Beric Burrell's on the other side of the panel there.
Good afternoon, guys. Happy New Year's to everybody out there.
All right, and as you can actually see on this title and thumbnail here, is that Antonio Brown just ups and quit. He's like, I'm done. I'm off this shit, but it's a it's a straight bitch move on his part, though. We don't know what actually Barrett just actually found out what actually transpired through the whole thing, what actually led up to his whole emotional breakdown.
Yeah, big time breakdown. I mean, I was actually at the game, by the way, face to face. I was like 10 rows up. I seen the whole thing live and uncut, but what the man did was basically get up, take his helmet off, take his shoulder pads off with his jersey attached to it, toss it at the bench, remove his undershirt, and run off the field and said, wave everybody goodbye. The reason why he did that crazy crap simply is because he ran the wrong route. He was called out by Bruce Arians, head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, supported by Tom Brady. He was asked by Coach Abrams to sit down. Coach Arians to sit down for a couple of plays. He got upset about that. When Coach Arians asked him to return back to the field, he said no. Got up, slammed his helmet, slammed his shoulder pads, and walked off the field.
And as you can see over here, the score is 10-24. Let's show what happened over here.
Go ahead.
While the teams were still on the field, giving the crowd a peace outside. I'll let you know when we hear something official on this status.
Yeah, man. That seems like a complete meltdown right there, man.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm a football guy, as you know, Rashid. You just don't bail out on your guys. Okay, you ran the wrong route. A lot of the great wide receivers have run the wrong route. You know how many plays are in the playbook, bro? It's over 100 pages worth of plays. And you got to know the termination. You got to know the terminology. You got to know exactly where you're supposed to be on the field during that play. You got to know the audibles, all of it. So it's understandable if you miss something. It's understandable. But, you gave him shit back in return. So coach asked you to sit down. You sat down. When he wanted you to get back on the field, you said no and woke up the field. Well, they cut your ass over it. Now you don't have a team. Now you don't have employment.
And he also lost about $1 million in performance bonus. $1 million in performance bonuses as well.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not even going to, you know what, Rashid, I'm not even going to get down to the brass tacks and break this whole number thing down. He was asked to be a part of this team. You lost Chris Godwin to an ACL injury. He was one of the leaders of your team out of the wide receiver position. You have Mike Evans currently there now. You lost Leonard Fournette, the running back, who's going to return by the time the playoffs start to arrive. But you didn't have some of your star players. Gronkowski was out there. He balled out today. 10 catches, 117 yards. He did pretty good today. But the bottom line is you were out there to help this offense run efficiently. And, okay, so you ran the wrong route. Like I said, again, it happens. But this temper tantrum, maybe there is some level of pressure on him. But there's pressure on Tom Brady. There's pressure on every member of that team. They are defending Super Bowl champions. They have to return back to the Super Bowl because they're that good. So when you decide you're going to be a part of that team, you take on that pressure. So if you miss a route, oh well. If somebody gets in your ass over it, okay, I know you're a little upset about it. It shouldn't be done in front of other teammates. I get it. But you're a member of this team. You're all pro.
No, and I do concur with you, Beric, but should Tom Brady understand how to approach him? Because somebody that does something like this, and he knows he's going to get his name trashed all over the morning papers. Where's the emotions on their sleeves? So should Tom Brady actually approach the situation a little bit differently, or?
I don't know exactly what he said. You didn't see Tom Brady waving his hands and moving his head all frantically. So whatever he said to Antonio Brown, it was stern. Okay, there was no over emotional reaction from Tom Brady. He basically said something to him directly, and Bruce Arians was right there as well and said something directly. Okay, that's why no one knew what was going on, because everything was going on according to plan until he got up and walked out the field. Then we knew something was going on, and then we found out later on what that was.
Yeah, it says over here that he was really upset about the benching over here. He was Bruce Arians, and
Yeah, but he wasn't benched, bro. He was not. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but he wasn't benched, Richie. I mean, he was there for a couple. Listen, they asked him to miss a couple of plays. That was it. That was it.
Yeah.
He wasn't being benched for the rest of the game. He wasn't being benched for the rest of the half.
Yeah. This is actually this is what happens here. They tell him to calm down.
Yo, I was sitting like maybe 3 rows away from there.
Yeah.
I was sitting 3 rows away from there.
So it looked like Mike Evans is trying to tell him to calm down.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you can't calm that man down. Once he gets upset and he gets determined, that's it. But like I said again, to keep it on what's happening with it, I get Antonio Brown. He is very emotional and passionate about his game, about the sport, about his team. I'm not going to say this guy is not about being a teammate, but his actions shows that at the end of the day, it turns into be about him. And whether or not it's about being pressured or not, whether or not he feels like his feelings was hurt, you a grown-ass man. You're a professional athlete. All right? Forget about the CDC situation. We're not even going to touch that one. That's over and done with. It's been dealt with, But
now, you think cooler heads prevail here on both sides, and can they come to some type of an arrangement? What do you think over here?
No, cannot. He's done. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers cut him loose. They officially released him before the game concluded. To now, he's unemployed.
Guys, they got to stop leading with your emotions. I was having this conversation earlier with somebody that Barrick and I knows. But do not lead with your emotions. And I think Antonio Brown should have been thinking about his money when
right.
things goes like this. Maybe he's embarrassed, or I don't know what the hell happened.
Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about the fact that, again, I agree with you 100%, but I just think at the end of the day, I know Antonio Brown has built himself to be the all-pro he is. He was a Super Bowl champion Buccaneers last year. We know the level of expectation that we have for him because he's able to get on the field and take over a game. He did it last week against the Carolina Panthers. He caught 10 catches for 101 yards and a touchdown. He's done it last week. We know what he can do. But, at the end of the day, you are responsible for being a part of this team.
Absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying? I understand there's different variations of your mentality, different variations of what went down leading up to that point, but you are a member of this team, and you do not get up and walk off the field. If you got emotions, if you're pressured or whatever, fine, I get it. Talk to somebody. But do not get up and walk off on your team. That's really, really bad, bro.
And they actually wound up winning the game anyway.
That's right.
Go figure. All right, we'll wrap the video up. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, certainly share this video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.
Peace, guys.